Being inspired by most of the science fiction scenes of Marvel movies, I had decided to recreate one of the scientific underground scene in Blender, and I got a result like this. This video is going to be breakdown of how did I make this scene in Blender. You can also download the model file from my website. Link is given in the description below. So without any further ado, let's get started. Well, to start off, first start by adding a human rig. Make sure you turn on Rigify add-on under preferences to be able to get this option. Then we add a plane, scale it up and align it with respect to human rig such that it stands on the corner. Now extrude the plane in downward direction, add loop cuts, increase the number to 10, grab the down edge and align them properly to get the basic bridge structure. Then add the subdivision surface modifier and increase the subdivisions to 3 for more smoothness. Add more loop cuts on the corner edge. Well, now before jumping on sculpting, I will duplicate the bridge and move to the new collection name backup. This is just for retaining the model just in case the sculpting goes wrong. Finally, apply the subdivision surface modifier and enter sculpting layout. Select the inflate tool. Under texture tab, click on new texture and select the cloud texture. Adjust the appropriate scale. Click on negative symbol since we have to sculpt in outward direction and start sculpting. Now to be honest, I am not good at sculpting, but since this is a very basic sculpt, so anybody can pull this off. Now get back to the normal layout and apply shade smooth. Okay, that looks fine. Add the plane and orient it properly by using rotation so that it looks like a wall. Now select the side vertices and extrude them backward. Add a similar wall on the back side also. For pillar, we are going to add a cube, scale it up along z-axis. Under modify section, add the array modifier. Select appropriate value of factor x and y and increase the count to 3. Duplicate the same along y-axis and place it further away. Similarly, again add cube and use extrude and insert tool to give it an ancient pillar kind of structure. Finally, again use array modifier for this. Now I want the end part of a bridge to be somewhat thick, so again use sculpt tool to sculpt them out. Now add the plane in the middle, align it and use extrude and insert tool to give it this kind of structure. Add bevel modifier to the block. Well, we are completed with the modeling part. Now it's time to give texture to the material. Here I will be using textures from Texture Heaven, an amazing site by Rob providing all the textures for free. Go there and check out link in the description below. Well, here I will use rock texture. Just select the principal texture and press Ctrl plus Shift plus T and a select window will pop up. Just select the texture and it will automatically set up all the node arrangement including normal and roughness map for you.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Now I want the color of texture to be black and white, so I will be using color ramp over there. Further, do some tweaking with the mapping node to get the right arrangement. Do the same for the middle block. Here I will be using concrete texture, of course which was again from Texture Heaven. The only change we need to do in this is to reduce the bump strength as we want the surface to be more smooth and flat. Well, while setting up lighting, first add a sunlight. Give some strength and increase the angle. Here I will be using Cycles render engine for rendering purpose. Later I add a plane at this position and add an emission node. This will give a look of projection of light coming from this point. In the world shader, add the principal volume node and set the density to be 0.001. This will give some foggy look. You can tweak with the setting furthermore. Also change the value of anisotropy according to your scene, and finally under render settings in denoising tab, check these two options. Now select the base plate and press Ctrl plus P to separate it as a new mesh. Then snap the cursor to the center of that object and add a point light over there. Do this kind of node arrangement for this material. Here I have used transparent VSDF which give transparency to the material. You can control the amount of light emitting from the surface by controlling the point light intensity. Further, I add a jewel at the middle, which is basically nothing but a simple pentagon with this kind of node arrangement. In the composition section, I have set up this node arrangement. Here I use denoise node to denoise the image. The output of the denoise node is connected to the glare node with a fog glow selected, and this will help us to give the foggy glow. On the upper side, I have sunbeam node for creating a fake sunbeams over the cropped region we get by crop node. I have done this for the two parts and connected them by using add node, and finally connected the output to our glare output via screen node. Further, I use saturation node and RGB curve node for the color grading, and this changes this dull looking image to a color graded filmic image. Pretty cool, right?
Looking good, Turner!
Dinkelberg.
Now hit the render and we get this. So that's all for this video. Hope you enjoy it. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you found this video helpful for you, and also ensure to stay up to date with my channel by subscribing to it. You can also download the model file from my website. Link is given in the description below. And at last, thank you for watching.